Hi and hello everyone, this is C. Srishti Tarun Jain, and this video is for people who have not started their CA preparation yet, be it IPCC or final or even CPT for that matter. And for people who are attempting in May 2020, don't worry, I got you sorted as well. So it might not really be too late, you can still start, but you need to start with a faster pace now. Yeah, so there are 10 key things which you need to remember, and you need to get them sorted before you even start your preparation. Now, number one, get all your books in place. Start with what you have. Now, don't wait that book is going to come, this book is going to come, and then I'm going to start afresh. Start with whatever you have. I'm sure you have at least one book in hand which is relevant. Now, make sure that the book that you are going to use is the latest book that has to be used for your applicable attempt. So no outdated versions whatsoever. The second point is break your subjects into doable parts. Now don't do like one subject at a stretch and finish it. That will not help you even to retain, and you might get bored of it after some time, and you might not even do it after a while. So don't force yourself into such a phase. Number three is enroll yourself into any test series that you are comfortable with, and say for example, if you have your own study schedule, well and good. But if you don't, what I did was I didn't have a personal study schedule which was that strong at that point in time. So what I did is I went for test series and I just downloaded their syllabus paper, and I just marked dates beside them as to when I'm going to do what. So I studied according to that, and that was really good for me. The fourth point is, once you're done with your test series of that particular chapter or subject or whatever, so immediately I suggest you to look at the suggested answers and see for yourself where you went wrong and where you could have done better. Now do not wait for the corrected sheets to come back to you and then you analyze, because by that time you might sort of lose track of what you did and how you did, etc. So do it immediately, check the answers, and so that the retention is really good. The fifth point is keep 2 days in a week to recap what you did in the prior 5 days. So usually I suggest that the weekdays, Monday to Friday, can be a period of learning, and of course you should revise every day. But if you are not in a position to do that fully, which is sort of impracticable as you go ahead in your studies, so at least keep Saturday and Sunday to revise everything that you did in the past 5 days. Trust me, it's not a waste of time as most of you might think. It is sharpening your axe. Next, the sixth point that I'd like to tell you is not more than 2 subjects a day is what I suggest. Some people say 4 subjects and 5 subjects, etc. Trust me, you're going to be in a mess after some time. So 2 subjects a day is good. Do it well, do it strong, yeah, and be confident of whatever you learn. Don't really get scared. Trust me, it's not rocket science. Seventh point is break the bigger chapters again into doable parts. Now, the mistake which I did initially was, when I was preparing for my attempt, I did QT altogether. So I did the assignment chapter together, and I felt I could do all problems just like that. But that was the monotony would set in, and it was sort of because I was continuously doing all the problems at once, I felt I was pretty strong at it. But once I finished transportation, and then I finished the learning curve, and then when I came back, I sort of got confused between a few pointers between the topics of assignment and transportation. So I don't know how that happened. So just to make sure that you don't get into this, make sure that you break down bigger chapters into smaller doable parts, okay? And don't do it continuously. Like say for example, in direct taxes, you have a chapter called PGPP, which is huge. So break it down into sort of 3 to 4 parts, okay? And do one part in week 1. Then at the end of the week, you revise what you did in week 1, and then in week 2 do the second part and test yourself on the first part. So you do that continuously, so that you make sure that whatever you learn like rock solid, yeah. Okay, so the 8th point is use the chart technique. I've spoken about this chart technique in my previous videos, so I'm going to leave the link of that video in the description box below, so make sure you check it out. So the chart technique can be used to remember the important pointers or the keywords for accounting standards and essays as well, and for anything else that you need to remember, say definitions, sections, forms, etc. Point number 9 is make sure you do past papers. Now usually 2 to 3 year's past papers are really good to work out. But if you haven't started at all, don't stress yourself out just with past papers, because it might not really be of full help as much as you think. So at least go through the previous attempts paper to know what kind of questions are being asked, and or what is a pattern which you can expect. Now, a lot of them, including me, had the thought that if something is asked in the previous paper, might not be asked in the next paper. Now, that didn't hold true in my exams, even when it came to IPCC and in final. Okay, so I don't want to reveal too many details about it, but there were questions which were repeated, and I was really surprised that it was. So don't get into that trap. The 10th and the last point is, do not aim to prepare separately for MCQs. You don't have to separately prepare for MCQs. Once you do your preparation for the descriptive part of the paper, your MCQ is automatically taken care of. You can have few MCQ books for practice if you wish, but once you go for test series, say even the test series of the institute, or the private test series which are conducted by other institutes, they have a bit of MCQs in all their tests and exams, as far as I have seen. So you'll be fine. You will be okay. Just be confident and make sure you start ASAP. So start today. Even if you have not started till date, it's a good day. So every day is a good day. Just start with positive feeling, and leave your comments in the comment section below in case you have any questions for me, and if I can be of any help to you at all. And make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. So till then, love for studies. Bye.